Ano ba talaga yung difference? And sino ba talaga yung binabagayan nila? This is going to be a never-ending debate dahil iba't ibang hugot po Iba't iba ang pinanggagalingan. Hi, this is Rex Mendoza from Rampver Financials. Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Today, I will be discussing probably one of the most controversial topics in insurance. Ito po yung buy term, invest the difference versus variable universal life. In short, BTID versus VUL. Opo, ang dami pong nag-aaway sa topic na ito. Hindi lang po sa YouTube, mapapansin nyo kahit sa Facebook, kahit po sagutan minsan sa Texas, Viber, WhatsApp, marami pong kuro-kuro, maraming paniniwala, maraming paninindigan. I guess coming from a perspective of an executive that has worked both in the insurance industry and investments in general, siguro po I'm in a very good position to distill and simplify this discussion. Siyempre po, bawat isa sa naniniwalang BTID mas maganda sa VUL, siyempre mo may pinanggagalingan sila. At yung pinanggagalingan nila, iba naman ang sitwasyon para doon naman sa nagsasabing VUL would be the better insurance product. So, let's distill everything in the notion and the fact that there is no one best product for everyone. Yun po ang pinaka-importanting isipin natin. Kasi mahirap po, pag nandito tayo sa isang side, gusto nating kumbinsihin yung kabila, iba naman yung sitwasyon nila, syempre hindi natin makukonvince. At even po, manggaling man tayo dito, tatry naman natin ibigay sa kanila ang puntos natin, hindi rin naman tayo paniniwalaan dahil iba ang pinanggagalingan nila. Para din pong relo, hindi ba? Alam nyo, I think many of you know that I have a passion for watches. Pero minsan po ginagamit ko ring metaphor itong mga passions na ito to make people understand things better. Ito po, simpleng-simple na lang. Bakit may relo na wala pang 1,000 pero may mga relo na medyo 2 million to 5 million ang isa? Ano pong pagkakaiba? Some people can be appalled. Why is it so expensive? Di ba? Di ba parehong oras lang naman ang sinasabi niyan? Dito naman sa kabila, sasabihin, hindi ka kasi nakakaintindi. It's a work of art. It's handmade, hand-polished, bawat screw. Alam niyo po, I am not going to be discussing that right now, but that just tells you na pag iba ang perspective, iba rin ang conclusion. Para doon po naman sa mga gusto na i-discuss ko din at ipakita ang aking watch collection. Abe, challenge po sa atin yan. If I can have 1,000 likes for this video, i-discuss ko po ang mga relo ko at yung kanilang uniqueness. Kaya po sila ganon ka-espesyal. Pero, mabalik tayo. Diba? Iniisip natin oras. You know what? There is more to having watches than tell time. Ang totoo po, hindi nyo na kailangan ng relo para tingnan ng oras. Di ba ang cellphone natin, may relo rin? So, watches have to do more than just give time. And that's the reason why these considerations make them differ. Ganon din po itong dinidiscuss nating dalawang produktong ito. They are different, they are unique, and that's the reason why simplification and distilling what is variable and what are constants would be very important in this particular analysis. So umpisahan po natin gusto ko pong tanggalin yung mga variable. Number one is investment performance. Kasi sinasabi nung iba, ay, nalulugi ako sa VUL ko eh. Naglagay ako ng ganito, bet ganito na lang ang value. Kasi po syempre, maaaring pumili kayo ng equity portfolio as an investment component of your VUL. Eh bagsak po yung market ngayon. Syempre, bababa po talaga ang values natin. Karamihan dyan lugi. Eh kung nag-buy term invest the difference ka naman at yun ding same stocks and same portfolio ang ginawa mo, syempre malulugi ka din. Now, if you're buying term and investing the difference and put that in another investment that earned money, then hindi po apples and apples ang kino-compare natin. In fact, that can be an advantage of buy term invest the difference because it has the propensity or it allows you to invest in other instruments. So, dapat po, wag nating tingnan yung basic investment performance lang. Kasi if given the same portfolios and you're in the same market, hindi po magkakaiba ang kahihinatnan. The second that's probably key is the value of the insurance cover. Kasi nakikita ko rin naman po, sasabihin ng iba, bakit tuloy-tuloy yung pagbili mo ng term? Eh di dapat at a certain point, huminto ka na. Dahil iba na yung magiging objective mo, nakaipon ka na eh. Hindi rin naman po consistent yun, di ba? Kasi doon naman sa VUL, continuous yung coverage mo until you really get old. And that's the reason why if you want to compare apples and apples, dapat ituloy din natin yung term coverage para doon sa BTID. And maybe, para sa akin po, very important, siguro we get to stop constant at an age where we really feel that insurance is not necessary. Ang sabi ko nga sa marami, age 60, 65, siguro naman, nakapagpundar ka na, nakaipon ka na para sa pamilya mo. Di okay na. 60 or 65, pwedeng wala ng insurance. Pareho. Pwede mo nang kunin yung investment value mo and treat it as a retirement or maybe, as we can call it, endowment proceeds. So yung pong dalawang variables na yon, kailangan isang tabi natin. Sabihin natin na talagang there will be variables no matter what we get to choose. So saan ba talaga, para sa akin, nagkakaiba ang dalawang approaches na ito? So number one point, at very important na itunutulak ng mga naniniwala sa BTID. And that is cost. Yes, it's cheaper to go buy term invest the difference. Yan po, walang debate dyan. Term insurance is pure insurance and if you're going to be getting it, it's going to be the cheapest ever. Yung difference po in premium, obviously kasi mas mataas ang premium ng VUL, dapat i-invest natin. So buy term invest the difference. And bakit natin sinasabing lamang ito when it comes to cost? Kasi po dito, okay, meron pong tinatawag na fees, meron pong tinatawag na cost of insurance. Dito, binili mo na yung insurance eh. So pwede mo nang i-invest yung sukle. Dito naman, syempre, may added fees yan, what we call friction costs. Okay? So kailangan tingnan po natin yan. Talagang yan, merong gastusin. Yan po dahil sa packaging, dahil sa handling, syempre may gastos. So cost lamang po talaga si BTID. Second, the flexible nature of investments. Kasi po sa VUL, syempre papipiliin lang kayo anong gusto nyo. Okay? Would that be a fixed income fund? Would that be a balance fund? Or would that be an equity fund? And I think now, they're also trying to have different investment pools na para pong mutual fund na pagpipilian sa VUL. Pero BTID dahil hindi ka limited dun sa mga produkto ng insurance company, you can actually invest on your own. You can actually choose mutual funds. That's one. Or you can even invest the money in businesses. So, ang dami po yung choice pagdating sa kung saan maglalagak ng pera para sa inyong investments. And then, syempre, again, performance, ilalabas na natin yun. Kasi kung ito ang choice mo, o at ito ang choice mo, may repercussions at consequences ka. Pero syempre, flexibility-wise, lamang si BTID. Okay? Now, third, service. Obviously, the insurance company and the financial advisor services you with a VUL. Syempre po, term coverage lang ang binili natin sa BTID. So hindi na malalaman ng financial advisor kung saan mo ininvest ang pera. Ang matututukan niya lang yung term insurance mo. Dito, natututukan ng advisor pareho. So, masaservisan ka niya, masasabihan ka niya, magandang mag-top up ngayon, masasabihan ka niya kung ano na ang sitwasyon mo and how you are tracking within your financial journey. And, mafulfill mo bang objectives mo o hindi. Dito, ang babantayan niya, if enforce lang yung term insurance mo. At kadalasan nga po ng mga proponents ng BTID, hindi na dumadaan sa financial advisor. Sila na lang ang bumibili ng sarili nilang term insurance. Pero at a certain point, it is very clear, syempre, ang visibility lang ng BTID for a financial advisor is the term insurance itself. So very clearly, the investor technically is on his or her own when it comes to the performance of the entire package. Okay? Now, lastly, it will be the difference in what riders you can put in. Siyempre po, ang mga life insurance companies, nililimitahan din ang mga riders na pwede mong i-attach sa term insurance. Siyempre, mas marami pong riders na pwedeng i-attach sa VUL. Now, kailangan naman po alam din natin kung ano ang riders na ilalagay natin. Let us choose the worthwhile riders to put in to make sure that we get our money's worth. So, let's summarize it po, di ba? Cost, BTID. Flexibility when it comes to investments, plus BTID. Pero, level of service as far as the scope that a financial advisor can help you, VUL. And, choice of riders that you can put in is also VUL. So, ano na po talaga ang mas maganda? Hindi po natin masasagot yan. Marami po tayong kailangan klaruhin para malaman natin kung ano ang mas bagay sa partikular na tao. So number 1, BTID is a great approach for people who are very disciplined. Totoo po yan. Kailangan po disiplinado ka at kailangan focused ka sa iyong financial journey. Babantayan mo ang sarili mo. Kasi karamihan po, and studies really show this, ang term insurance normally naglalapse. Kasi hindi po natututukan naglalapse. And hindi lang po yan ang babantayan ko. Ang importante para sa akin, yung buy term invest the difference, pag walang disiplina yung taong naglagak ng pera dyan, alam nyo nangyayari. Buy term, eat the difference. Nawawala po yung pang-invest. Kasi binabayaran nila yung term, at yung pang-invest, hindi naman talaga sa investments na pupunta. So, kailangan po disiplinado at focused yung tao na siya ay maniniguro na yung sukli na yon ay mai-invest niya on a consistent, continuous basis. Pangalawa po, syempre, acumen. Investment acumen. So, kasi po kayong bahala sa inyong investment scenario, dapat po kahit papano, educated tayo sa ating financial track. So, I like it when people are getting themselves educated and people are getting themselves disciplined. Pag ganun po, abay talagang maganda ang BTID because it's an efficient way of getting insurance benefits and investments all together. Unbundled product siya kasi. So, pag unbundled product siya, kailangan meron tayo ng disiplina at meron tayo ng acumen para siguraduhin natin na yung investment side mapatakbo ng maganda. Now, doon naman po sa VUL, sino naman ang babagayan nito? Obviously, yung mga hindi masyadong disiplinado. Kailangan natin ng handholding ng isang financial advisor para magsabi sa atin, when are the best times to put more? When should we be considering other things in our investment scenario? So, syempre po, let us face it, it is more expensive, but it comes with a service. Kasi nga po, obviously, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Di ba? We always pay for something we get. So dito, hindi mo binayaran yon, wala ka nung costs and fees. So obviously, kailangan you are responsible for all that you need to do. Here, because you paid extra, then you have to be able to get the service. So, lamang po ang VUL for people who are so engrossed with other things they do in their lives. So talaga pong babagayan siya dahil kailangan niya yung guidance. Kailangan niya yung someone who's going to be with him or her in a financial planning journey. Second, obviously po, pag walang acumen, it's better na VUL na lang. Okay? So that we get all our incomes in other ways, but the VUL will keep the policy in force. It will ensure us that we have the coverage moving forward. So, ano na po yung mas magandang takeaway para sa akin? Ang very important takeaway po para sa akin, itong mga bagay na ito. If you think ang BTID ka, okay? Take note dun sa pinag-usapan natin na requirements. You will have to schedule a lot of things. You will have to take note of your responsibility, and you have to be conscious when you have to invest the money, and you have to pay for that term cover. Alam niyo po ang problema sa term coverage. Pag yan, medyo hindi mo nabayaran ng premium, ang bilis pong mag-lapse niyan dahil walang cash value yung policy. So you have to be very, very conscious for your policy not to lapse. And second, kailangan po aralin din natin saan ba natin nilagay yung mga investments na yon and how are we tracking them. So if we put them in mutual funds, anong klaseng risk-return spectrum ang ating kinonsidera? Ano ang pinaglagyan nating mga funds? At imo-monitor din natin ang performance nila. Okay? Dito naman, sa pumili ng VUL, also get to look at these particular things because remember, you're paying more. What do you get out of that? Okay, number one, pinag-usapan natin kanina, anong riders ang ilalagay mo? Ano ba ang magagandang riders na hindi lang extra cost, yung talagang may totoong benepisyo? The reason why some of these riders are not accorded to term policies is because life insurance companies know you paid a little extra, so they're going to be providing you certain options and opportunities. Diba? So, next, kailangan din po, dapat magaling yung financial advisor mo. You have to look at a financial advisor who you can trust, who you can depend on for service all through the years. Kasi napakasakit po. Bumili ka ng VUL, tapos yung financial advisor mo, hindi na siya financial advisor in 1 to 2 years. Paano naman yun? Parang may binayaran ka na hindi mo nakuha yung benepisyo. So, try to look for a financial advisor who you think is a career person, who you think is a champion in what he or she does, para makuha mo yung benefit of paying a little more. Kasi nga po, may fees, may friction cost. Ang tanong, what do you get out of it? It's also important to look at the nature and structure of those fees. Di ba po? Siyempre, bibili ka na rin lang ng VUL, mag-compare ka din ng iba't ibang VUL products. Pero ngayon, hindi po as simple as looking at premium. Kasi po hindi nagkakatalo dyan sa premium lang. Ang tanong, gaano bang part ng premium ang napupunta sa investment ko? Anong taon pupunta yan? Anong percentage on the first year, second year, or third year? Kasi po, marami na ngayong differences na kailangan bantayan. Dati po, nung panahon na whole life lang or term insurance lang, comparative po ang mga presyo. Ngayon, hindi ganon. Hindi lang po yan sa premium. Kailangan tanungin natin ang mga bagay-bagay to make sure that we get, even at a certain price, at most efficiency with what we pay for. So, in this discussion of BTID versus VUL, siguro baka frustrated yung iba, sabihin, si Rex parang hindi sinagot. Actually po, sinagot ko. Kasi kung dito ka, bagay VUL sa'yo. Kung dito ka, bagay ang BTID sa'yo. Huwag nating sabihin na bagay pala BTID sa'yo. Bumili ka ng VUL. Siyempre, mafo-frustrate at madidisappoint ka. Or kung bagay naman ang VUL sa'yo, unang-una, hindi ka nga disiplinado. Wala kang panahon tutukan ng mga investments mo. Pag nag-BTID ka, baka naman nakatipid ka nga sa cost, but you might find yourself out of the insurance cover and worse, not having it when you need it. So again, friends, it's a basic discussion of two approaches. But I hope I was able to distill ano ba talaga yung difference. And sino ba talaga yung binabagayan nila? This is going to be a never-ending debate dahil iba't ibang hugot po Iba't iba ang pinanggagalingan. Again, this is Rex Mendoza and I hope I was able to give some enlightenment about this topic and I hope to see you again in our future videos. Thank you so much and God bless.